We're live. I tried this once and it didn't work out. We're not with Has. We're gonna prime and paint. Well, we're gonna prime some rods. We're gonna talk about priming some rods. We give it about 30 seconds for some people to come in. Turn my screen bright. Make sure we got. All right, we should be go. We're gonna connect my. What is going on? 453. Thank you so much, Colin. Hope I said your name right. Knowing me, you know I butchered. Y'all are awesome. You got one. You got one. You got one person watching. All right, guys. We are in my backyard. We're gonna talk about. We got 10 people already. Oh, look at that. I didn't shave. That's all right. Hi from Phoenix. Woo! All the way from Phoenix. Y'all are awesome, guys. All right, guys. Let's kind of jump into it. I just got this rod. Believe it or not, Richard Montano gave me this rod. Him and Uncle Lou. It was in Has hands. Has life. When I'm going to go help him rescue his boat. And hey, I hear Brittany and Rick. Thanks for coming in. That he had an extra rod and he was gonna do it. He wanted to give it to me. Anyways, I ended up with the Uncle Lou rod and I've been wanting this one here. This is a medium heavy action. So, whoo, I'm excited and it's spinning. Everyone knows that from the bank I'll be doing spinning. What is going on, Mike Chavez? This is an Uncle Lou rod. It's already been masked off. So if you see this kind of weird tape, this is an Uncle Lou rod. I put a purple delicate tape. So let's talk about painting rods. We're gonna jump right into it, guys. If you wanna do it with spray cans, it works just fine. This is it. This is what you need as primer. If you might ask, Chunky, can I use oil base? Absolutely, but you gotta let it dry overnight. You cannot rush it. When I use this stuff, I can let this dry for an hour, depending on how hot it is, the sun hitting it. Thanks for the first thumbs up. You can actually start putting fluorescent paints pretty quickly here with this primer here. So this is the primer that I use. No, I was. The fight is on. Who gave me the first thumbs up? That's all right, guys. I appreciate all the thumbs up. We have 13 so far. So let's talk about the primer. This is the primer that I use right here. The primer. This is the rod. Okay. So everyone knows that Uncle Lou's straight from the factory has absolutely the best fluorescent rod on the market, hands down. There's no one that's gonna even come close to his brightness on his rods, except my paint job. My paint job and him are neck to neck. Let's just kind of leave it at that. So everyone knows that I like to paint my rods completely, everything. So it's been masked off. So you see the purple here, purple delicate tape. So there's probably 2 or 3 tapes that I would use. The purple that you can get at Home Depot, it's delicate surface. So in other words, it's made to put on wallpaper. There's a yellow one. It's made by Frog Tape. Okay. You can use Frog Tape, which is probably my #1 choice. This is number 2 choice. And if you can't, then you go to the old-fashioned blue tape, okay? Someone made a video that, but I can't remember who. Yep, that would be me. That's right here. Woo! All right, guys. So as you can see, it's been completely masked off. I am not going to paint over his famous glow tips, and they glow very nicely. There's other rods that, hey, Uncle Lou's like, don't paint my rod. Well, I already said you have the best paint job in the world. But I need to have my eyes painted. All right, so we're gonna just anyone who wants to see me prime. Okay, I'm just gonna be spraying. That's it. Never mind. All right, guys. So I did mask off all the orange and the glow right here. Starting here, I'm gonna go really quick, slowly here, show you. So there's no paint, nothing here. This is all be painted. Okay. Anywhere you see this purple tape will not be painted. I protected it. Like I said, if you don't need to do this to the Uncle Lou rods, guys. If you want to use black lights, leave it the way it is. But you know me, I just can't stand, sit still and not paint anything. So I haven't painted anything in over 2 weeks. And Home Depot finally got its paints in stock. So this is the important part, guys. You do want to protect some of the thread in here. You see how I put tape here? Because if you paint the threading, it is super hard to take that paint off. I mean, it's on there. So I kind of put this up there. That way I can paint most of it that can be painted. We'll go up to it. There we go. Right around there. Go up. All right, guys. Here we go. Primer time. Let's use primer. All right. Well, since anyone that has to leave real quick, I will go over paint cans real quick. On my favorite, all these you see here are absolutely my favorite colors. Okay. Once again, let's start off with the primer. You know who's just coming in late. This is a very good primer. Okay. Oil base. is probably maybe slightly better, but I don't have time to wait overnight to let it cure and dry before you start adding fluorescent colors. Hands down, this is my favorite color. Home Depot is finally back in stock. Finally, it's the yellow. It's the yellow. Now, the yellow from Lowe's, it's nice, but it has a little bit of a green cast, a yellow lime cast. All right, my favorite primer, my favorite color, the yellow. I know we got the sun hitting me right now, so it's the yellow. All right, and then we go down to any of these I will use, okay? Let's start with the Home Depot. This is the Home Depot. We'll stay with the orange from Home Depot. Very nice, very fluorescent. Now, the brightest color will be the yellow. That is absolutely hands down the brightest one we have. I know I'm not in shop, but I'm just in a bad position here. So yellow's the brightest with black lights. Then you would probably follow up with this, the orange from Home Depot. Then, but this is a very nice color, but it's slightly less fluorescent. This is the red orange from Lowe's. Very nice color. A lot of my rods lately have been painted with this one just because in the daytime, it looks so good. It looks so good. And I'm gonna explain something about if you want a rod that looks very good in daytime and nighttime, let me just say, you would need to use the yellow, both colors from the yellow and this one from Lowe's. That yellow from Home Depot in the daytime doesn't look so great, guys. At nighttime with the black lights, it looks beautiful. I think most of y'all will agree with me. Sorry, guys, I'm just gonna keep talking so I don't just keep, we'll get to spraying here. And then we have the pink. I've been liking the pink a lot. Once again, this is going back to Home Depot. I should have brought out a yellow from Lowe's, but I didn't. So if you're looking for a rod that looks really good in daytime and nighttime with black lights, go with the yellow. The yellow from Lowe's and this color from Lowe's. But me, I'm more about black lights. Home Depot's yellow is much better. What is going on, Muddy River? Love the shirt. Yes! Chris finally came. Chris, I already used your rods. I have my rods already for, I don't know, a month. I used them on my last boat trip. I have used, no, and I did use it on the last stream. That's right. You came in and said hi. Anyways, let's start. Today we're just gonna spray primer. Then I'm gonna go with my family, go have dinner, and maybe I'll go do another live stream on doing some fluorescent paints. All right, just whatever. Anyone who wants to hang around. I know there's no one else live, so it's always good when someone comes to the rescue. I think. I don't know. Let's just start shooting some primer while it's drying. Then we'll talk. I think his boat. I went to go save Haz's boat. Me. Woo! I was there. I was about to go live, but it was towards the end. Man, he must have had 500 gallons of water. I had to take two pumps. Here we go, guys. I don't sand it. I do just wipe it down with Windex. Windex and paper towels to clean any kind of oils. Here we go. Oh, you want to get all the angles. So first coat, just kind of light. Not too heavy. I do put 2 coats of primer. You want to get the eye from top and the bottom. Can y'all see that okay? Yeah, y'all can see. You can say, where's my mask? Don't have it. Where's my respirator? Try to go find a respirator. You're not going to find one. All right. People ask me all the time, oh, Chunky, can you paint a rod for me? It's just, this one's going to be a lot easier on me because it already came orange. Like I said, guys, anyone who buys an Uncle Lou rods, I don't recommend you painting an Uncle Lou rod. It's already amazing. Has just gave this one to me. It's a medium heavy. I don't have a medium heavy on my arsenal. I have their medium light, medium. Now I have the medium heavy. This one might perform really good on the boat. I have been struggling with the light current. Man, I didn't put no mosquito spray and I'm gonna get tore up. The good thing is the overspray is going that way. Keep going that way. Out of my lungs. Once again, I do advise if you're gonna do this at your house, use some kind of cloth. I've been painting for 30 whatever years, and my dad used to hand me a rag and it's like, put it bandana style. I was like, what is that gonna do? That's as good as it gets here. All right. This will be the same process. If you wanted to do the whole rod, you would be priming the whole rod. Then you would do whatever color you want to here. Like I said, me personally, I always like to leave the eyes in yellow. We have 80 amazing people watching, only 37 thumbs up. Y'all are waiting for the takedown. That's not gonna happen. No takedown today. All right. And there's no exact way to do this, guys. You can do all the uppers. That's what I've done in the past too. I go like this. I go do all the uppers, bam, 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 like this, and then I do all the lowers. Just don't stay on it. Don't stay at one spot because you're gonna have runs, drips. Am I in? Yeah, I'm in screen. All right, so here's where it gets a little tricky. After I'm done, I'll have to set it down somewhere. Who do we have? Who do we have? Hashtag Uncle Lou. Hashtag Uncle Lou is absolutely amazing, guys. Like I said, Uncle Lou rod from the factory. From the factory has absolutely the hands down the best paint job out of any Catfish. Okay, it is a very, very good rod as well. All right, I'm gonna say that. I will say it too. But orange. I mean, your money you're paying for that fabulous fluorescent color orange. Looks good in the daytime. Looks good at nighttime. You can't see it because it's been covered up with purple delicate tape. All right, here we go. Man, I hope I don't get my shirt with overspray because this is one of my few shirts that's still black and it's not all been washed too many times. There we go. Now, this EVA foam takes a lot of coat. You can see how it just soaks it right up. It's better not to overdo it because when you're trying to put too much paint here, you put too much paint there, it's gonna run and drip. Here we go, the silver. Bye-bye, silver. I always make sure to always get these crevices right there too. Right, you can't really see it, I guess. There we go. This is an easy paint job. Guys, we're just doing one rod. Slime cat rods. Well, slime cat rods, if you're talking about fluorescent, it's good. It's good. All rods, they're going to be fluorescent if they're made to be fluorescent, but it's not one of the brightest. Go and check out Palmetto Cats. He did a video showing on the brightest rods, and it was about mid-range. It does the trick. Big Mike, I believe, uses them. But like I said, Uncle Lou's from Fluorescent Colors, they're absolutely amazing. Here we go. I put a lot on that. So this rod technically has the first coat, but if I put it close to the camera, I don't know if it's gonna pick that up. It's a little bit transparent. And then on the eye, probably not gonna show up. Anyways, it still needs, while I'm holding it here, it's already dry, guys. Here's the tape, it's already dry. I can touch, I'm not gonna touch up there because I don't want. It's dry enough just to touch it a little bit, but if you put your finger, it will leave your fingerprints. I'm gonna give a second coat what I can reach without messing things up here. You can get most of it. So my hand, of course, y'all can see it's in the middle where the tape's at. I'll go over, guys, once again, the primer here. Zinsser 123. It's water-based, guys, water-based, but this stuff, man, we use it as residential house painters. We use it we're rolling houses to prime, and if you get that stuff, which, it's on my hand already. I don't know if can y'all see the sprinkles? I got sprinkles on me. Woo! Here we go. This is the angles too. You have to get it this here. "101 people watching me prime some rods. This is interesting for sure. Thanks for doing this." Yeah, you know what? Oh, what a life. I get that question a lot. How do I paint and prime rods? There's no exact science to it. This one, to me, it's an Uncle Lou rod. It's a lot easier on me because it already comes, this part already comes painted. I absolutely love the orange. I would never paint over that orange. This is cool. Thank you, Eric Burnside. Thanks for being here. Is that the only reason yes, that would be the only reason you would want to do this. But once again, I'm gonna go back. Let me go see if I, well, let me see if I can put a second coat on the EVA, because that takes about, I like to give it 2 or 3 coats. You can see how I put the first coat, and that's very, very thin. This down here, that's not EVA. That really almost sealed it up, almost perfect. But I come here and I'm gonna shoot the bottom too. Okay. So one more coat on that, and it's done. Look at that, it's very, very wet. Maybe we can talk about eels. We can go talk about eels while this one's drying, and hopefully I can have it completely dry. And maybe later today I'll go live just while I'm painting fluorescents. But it'll be dark because it's getting dark so quick. I think the family's gonna go. We're gonna go have dinner. There you go. This one already has, I would consider this to be 2 light coats. 2 light coats. There's the Uncle Lou rod. This is the first time that I have the medium heavy, and it feels really, really good. Really, really good in action. I just did the wobble wobble. I'm not gonna do it now, but. All right, guys, let me see if I can put this somewhere where I don't destroy it. I know the bottom's gonna get hurt a little bit. I'm gonna put it in the sun. I will put it in the sun. All right, so if anyone's curious, I did have it laid out where I could have put it, stretched it out from that trash can to my 5-gallon bucket, but it's shade here. Put tape on tape, in other words, where it's not hitting anything. Let me see here. Black light fluorescent is easier to watch the rods. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I do it for the show. For the show, people really, I mean, I get some pretty good people watching the stream. I mean, we're averaging right now, I think, like over 300 people watching the rods. It's working well for me. I know there's others that are doing the same thing I'm doing, and they asked how to do it, and they figured it out, and they're doing the same thing. All right, primer and colors. Here we go. Once again, Zinsser 123. I believe you can get this at both stores, both the big box stores, the Home Depot and the Lowe's. I'm not sure what other stores, or Ace. I'm sure Ace carries this as well. How's it going, buddy? It's going well. I'm not reading too many of the comments, guys. I'm sure most of you are just talking to yourselves. If there's something that's extremely important, someone will bring it to my attention. So this is the primer. Dries very, very fast. In summertime, guys, I could prime a rod in about 30 minutes, come back and start doing fluorescence. Today, we're probably in the low 80s. So it might take a little bit longer. Here's the fluorescent. This is the yellow that I like to use. Now this yellow during the daytime, if you're using that rod in the daytime, it does not look so great. It does not. This yellow, when you start, if you give it 2 very light coats, which I've never done, I don't recommend, just because of the UV black lights will probably tear it up pretty quick. But 2 light coats of this looks beautiful. When you start adding, what I do, 4 to 5, maybe 6 coats, it turns it to a different yellow. It's hard for me to explain. What's going on, Beck? Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Woo, I got sprinkle on my hand. Look, primer. Woo. Oh, man. I'm in trouble. We got sprinkles coming from everywhere. Appreciate that, Bex. Thank you very much. The yellow. This yellow is the brightest under black lights. The yellow, once again, from Lowe's, it looks pretty good in black lights. It looks really good in black lights. And it looks very, very good in the daytime. And here's the pink. If you ask me what are my 2 favorite colors, boy, that's going to be hard. I'll be honest, it will be hard. It will be very hard. So hands down, this is my favorite, the yellow. Hands down. I always try to do all my eyes in a yellow. And then it would be between these 2 colors. It would be between 2 colors right here. And this is more of a true orange, which is very close to what Uncle Lou has on his rod, I think. I can't remember. And then you have the Lowe's brand. This is the red orange. But this one, they both look good in the daytime. But anyways, number one to follow up with probably this one or this one. And if you ask me which one would I prefer to use, which can, what tip, hands down, let me explain something to you. When I paint 3 or 4 rods, my goodness, I don't know why Home Depot still uses this little tip that will kill your finger. It will tear you up. Lowe's figured it out. I'm not sure why. What is this, Rust-Oleum? Rust-Oleum they can't figure it out. What is going on, Dobson? This top for your finger is much, much better. I know someone's gonna say, oh, Chunky, they sell that little grip. It's not the same. It's not the same. I have 2 of those little grips. I don't know. It's a technique that you're just flowing back and forth, and you don't have it when you hold that little pistol grip. I don't know. It's more up and close. But yeah, this tip, if you only paint 1 or 2 rods and you're done, this is fine. Whiskers and hogs, boom, boom, boom. Yes. Woo, I'm heading with the family here. I know my wife's gonna say, okay, we're ready to go have dinner. That's dinner money. Woo, appreciate that. Ray Smith, thank you very much. What's going on, Ray Smith? So I'll just show you where I put the rod. I mean, you can put the rod anywhere. It doesn't matter, okay? I just leaned it up. I'll show you really quickly here what I did. I just leaned it up against the AC right here. And part of it, Hazzy, for rescuing Haz. Let me see here. Chuck is a lifesaver, thank you. You're very welcome, buddy. You're very, very welcome. So the rod's right here. It's right there. I put it on the AC just because where I could lean it best. It is leaning on the tape because right here we already have you know what's going to be painted. Oh, well, I think I overput this tape. Oh, Chunky, you can't look at that. I'm already spotting stuff that I did wrong already. Anyways, when I taped it off, guys, this is just how chunky is. Sorry, the microphone's over here. I put the tape too low. I can fix that with the next coat. I'm glad I got that. Oh man, I tell you, Chunky can't do anything right. There you go. Look at that. I missed the spot. I'm already showing you how Chunky messes up. Chunky's always messing up. Chunky's a big mess up. When I taped it off, I had that tape too far down, but I'm glad I caught it. All right, guys, I think it's pretty much ready for the second coat. Look at the professional painter. Woo! With spray cans. You know, one thing we didn't talk about is clear coat. If y'all give me a second, I know it's always awkward when you don't hear someone, at least to me it's awkward, when you don't hear someone talking or no one in the camera. So give me a second. Let me see if I can find the clear coat that I've been using and it's been working really, really well. Give me a second. Chunky's coming. Oh, all right. Let's 107 people are curious how Chunky does his famous rods. Well, I think they're famous. They're famous to me. Oh man, you're so messed up, Chunky. All right, guys, let's talk about the clear coat that I use. I used to use the oil-based clear coat. Okay, the oil-based, it just says crystal clear X2 times whatever from Home Depot, oil-based gloss or high gloss, whatever I could. I stopped using the oil-based. Oil-based, when you had the flex of the rod, you had little hairline cracks, little small ones. The paint never chipped off. You could never see it unless I brought it up close to the camera. So I started using this right here. This is spar varnish, but it's water-based. You see it right there on top, on the blue? It says water-based, and it says clear gloss, so it's pretty shiny. The only problem with this, you have to spray it. And I understand some of you don't have spray machines. You know, I went and bought a kit at Home Depot. It came with 2 of these guns. That's water in here, and I took off the tip. But you would need a compressor. I'll be honest, me as a painter, I've never used these little Mickey Mouse guns. We use more of a professional grade. It's called an HVOP. See, people say, well, that's an HVOP. No, it's not. I had different guns, but this was just small. My HVOP has a big old canister here that you can paint cars. But yes, once again, if you go with this stuff, you would need to have a compressor in one of these. You don't need this. Once again, you could use the oil-based clear. All right, once again, I want to be clear on this stuff. You could use it. And my Muddy River rods, believe it or not, are painted with clear coat. And they hold up just fine, but they've got those little hairline cracks. I noticed that this doesn't do it as much because it's water-based. Water-based tends to flex a lot more. That's why I'm using water-based primer and then water-based clear coat. Let me just say, now, I haven't tried it enough where I can recommend this, but another option, if you do want to use water-based, this is an option, okay? This is water-based, but keep in mind, this one here, this is a poly. This here is made for interior. It sprays. I'm sure this will be just fine if you take care of your rods and not leave them outside, outdoors. But you could use this. If you ask me, Chunky, between spray cans, between oil-based clear and this one, which would you recommend? Oh man, I would probably end up going with this stuff. But I have not used it enough. I've only used 2 different types of clear coats. Oil-based that you buy at spray cans from Home Depot. And then that spar varnish that I just showed you. But I would probably recommend this over the oil-based, but I have not tried it. I tried base bobbers. It didn't work. Let me see, I tried water-based bobbers and it didn't work. Well, there you go. So did you try, I'm sure you tried something like this, Willie. Some of my wagon equipment around my wagon is done with some of this. I can't remember offhand what I've used it on, but like I said, if you have a compressor, which you would need an air compressor, I guess a pretty big one because it is spraying quite a bit of air. You don't need it that much spray. I would probably recommend this. This is for my rods and all the rods that I'm doing now. This is the magic trick. All right, let's put the second coat of primer, guys. Let me go grab my rod, and we'll continue on. Man, my mouth is dry and I'm taking medications and that's one of the side effects. Dry mouth, and Chunky talks too much. Even worse now. Bex is probably looking at me like, that's not gonna help, Chunky, not Mountain Dew. Bex is always trying to help me out, keep me healthy. I appreciate that, Bex. She's always saying water, water, water. So once again, let me just show you, I did put it down. It didn't mess it up too much. Look at that. I did put it down on concrete. But stuff happens. I mean, this is going to get beat up anyways, guys. It does. All right, so let's spray the second and probably the last coat of primer. I would consider the first coat, I kind of put 2 light coats on it. It dries so fast. Guys, I do apologize for not reading too many comments. I just want to kind of keep going with the flow on painting rods. Here we go. We're gonna do this one. We're gonna do this one kind of the way I really do my rods. Like, why didn't you show us a different way? Anyways, so what I'm gonna do, I have my let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eyes. I'm gonna spray this way, all of them first way. Okay, you gotta get your can pretty close, but not hit it. Okay, here we go. I think the top eye, guys, the top eye always needs the most paint. Now you're gonna ask me, Chunky, does that paint chip off your guides? It does where I set my hook. So now I did it top ways. I'm gonna go down from the bottom up. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Gee, I can't count. Anyway, so we're gonna say 5. 5 eyes already painted. Now I'm gonna go around and kind of make sure we get all the angles, okay? Once again, anyone who's coming in late is gonna ask, what about oil base? It probably sticks more. Possibly, but oil base, you gotta wait longer between coats and you have to let it dry overnight before you can add fluorescent. Do not ever, ever, ever use oil-based and let it dry for 2 or 3 hours and you're like, oh yeah, it feels pretty dry. It's not cured, it's still drying. You might spray fluorescent colors and when you come back an hour later, 2 hours later, cracks everywhere. Mind frame, yeah, I think I'm on frame. Now, you're gonna say, Chunky, is there kind of orange peel? Yeah, there's orange peel, but I'll be honest, primer levels out very, very nicely. It levels out very, very nicely. Now, do I come back and sand this before my fluorescent? I do, but I use a very, very fine sandpaper, somewhere between 320 and 400. Just a little piece of sandpaper, just kind of barely touch it. You're just kind of gliding over it just to make sure there's no little spots. We're gonna fix the spot where I messed up. So once again, I already did those eyes, top and bottom. Now I need to do the last 3 eyes. So we're gonna turn it this way and get my hands all full of paint. Here we go. Down, down. I know y'all can't see some of that, guys, but I did. All right, we're gonna turn it around and we're gonna spray going upwards, up this way. Here we go, right here. Sorry for my AC, guys. It's running back in the background. If you say, oh, Chunky, you already did that one. Well, you know what? It doesn't hurt to just, since you're here and you can still reach them, put another coat. Ah, mosquitoes are getting me. Run, Chunky, run. Move, mosquito. All right, here we go. Let's go around the last 3. This is the eye, at least my rod, okay? This is my big eye right here. This is the one that chips the most on me, right here, because I always put my hook right here or right here. I never, absolutely never, boy, I see so many people do it wrong. I always see people, when they go and rest their rod and, finish up for the night, they put the hook through there. I don't ever do that. I always put it right here. So yes, it will flake. If you look at my rods, that's where it chips slightly. Nothing that major. All right, keep going. Almost done here with this one. Okay, we have all the eyes painted. Now we need to do the grip, the handle. It does have a little grass because I did lay it on the grass. Oh, you're crazy for telling. Woo, man. All right, take off the grass. Let me see, which angle? Yeah, you see how we hit that one? We hit it right there when I was messing around. I'm back. Where'd Chunky go? You can just kind of fix it with your finger, level it out, it'll be just fine. Anyways, when you add this other coat and you lightly sand it, you'll be just fine. Yeah, we're in frame. See, I'm coming back, and I'm actually, this is me. I just painted this already, and this is pretty much its 3rd coat right here on the handle. 3rd or 4th. You can see how I come back and hit it again and again. You just don't want to put way too much when you get sagging and drips, and it's gonna happen. It will happen. There you go. You have does it dry instantly? Not instantly. It does not dry instantly. If I lay it down in the sun, 30 minutes, when it's hot, it would be good enough so I can start adding fluorescent colors. That's an extra 300. Yeah, no, Painting services by Steve, my good friend. He's like, Chunky, I can't believe you're showing this. It's not rocket science. And a lot of people, no one wants to pay me to do their rods. So, you know what? I'm going to show you how much it works. And when you start doing it yourself, this one came a lot easier, guys, because this one already came orange. Just once again, I just got this, and this is an Uncle Lou rod. Uncle Lou, Has Life, and Richard Montano gave me this rod, and I appreciate them. Say thank you very much. As a matter of fact, Has owes me a lot more than a rod. Woo, man, his boat was in bad shape. So anyways, what you're seeing here, this I'm not priming this. This is masking tape. Let me correct myself. It is purple delicate tape. When I started the stream, I talked about 2 or 3 tapes that you can end up using. It's not like, oh, I have to go get purple tape. No, you do not, okay? But I do recommend using something that says delicate surface, such as, it was. 3 tapes that come to mind. My number one, which I'm not using right now, which is almost identical to this, it's called frog tape. Frog, like a ribbit, yellow tape, yellow, okay? They also have a green one. I don't like the green one, it's just too thick and too sticky. The yellow delicate surface frog tape first. This one's almost identical. This is the purple one. Purple, I forget the brand. Anyways, it's delicate. And then the old fashioned, everyone's probably, maybe their dad, their mom, their grandpa has the blue tape. The blue tape works pretty good. But the yellow frog tape and this purple tape, it's thinner, and you don't have a huge edge. Will you end up with an edge? Absolutely, guys. I just added, what did it say? Sorry to help you. Woo, let's go. All right, guys, here we go. Guys, I'm sorry, I didn't shave it. You're talking about something else, but that's what came to my mind. So this one's completely primed. We just gotta let it dry. I don't think I have time right now to add fluorescent yellow, but I could go show you my eels. I know I've done this in the past, but we've gained so many subscribers from that time. Let me see if I can lay this down without making a mess. You know, I'm gonna end up ruining this right here. I know I am. The last time I put it up and down, let me see if I can, no, I don't think I'll get it just right. Man, I wish I could just hold it like this, because when I go put it up against something, the bottom gets messed up, but that's just part of it. That's just gonna happen. Are you fishing later? No, not fishing later. I wish I was. I wish. Anyone curious where my studio's at? Well, y'all see, let me put this rod down. I will show you. Once again, I just kind of put it right here against the AC. Find the tape section. Bam. The only thing that touched, it's not touching on top, it's in the air. Right here, it's tape, it's not hurting anything. The only thing where it's touching, where the primer might come up because it's still wet, it's the butt that's on the concrete right there. There you go. Let me see here. You will be able to see my studio wall. The black lights are not on. It's pretty. Y'all see that? Can y'all see that? That's where Chunky sits down. I have painted weights down there. Those are my red weights, and those are my spooks that I painted black. And that's where I normally sit down. And of course, the LEDs that I light up right there. Yep, those are some of the rods, and I built that. Can y'all see that? I can't see from here what's down there. I used to just lay them everywhere, but at least that helps me control some of my. A second, the high reflected. No. Anyways, there's the. You want to go see eels? Let's go take a look at some eels. Oh man, but I have this tripod so far up. I don't think anyone will keep eels alive like I do. I did, one of them did die. Anyways, let me kind of explain. So this is that little fridge I talk about, guys. I talk about it all the time. This is just a regular little, I call it like a college dorm refrigerator. My eels are in there. Man, my tripod is so far up. This might not work out, but we'll try. All right, here we go. So this is the freezer. Nothing in the freezer. Eels do not hold up very well in the freezer. Eels are in here. They're in this bucket right here. You see them moving around? Can y'all see that? All right, guys, I'm going to back up this just so we can continue being in frame. Right there. There they are. They're moving around. Moving around. Here's a stone. Any stone that makes bubbles, you'll be just fine. So this one creates quite a bit of bubbles. Here you go. So they're so cold, guys, they pretend like they're dead. They go into shock right now because they're very, very cold. They're not moving, but they're alive. They're alive. I need to clean the water out. That's what kind of kills them in their gills. All right, there you go. And if you ask about the pump is, I drilled a hole. Let me see if I can do this. I drilled a hole right here. This is my air, okay, what, I don't know what you call it, aerator? Yeah, I guess that's the aerator. Drilled a hole right there to go inside. Let me see if I can clean my hands without making myself all stinky. We're gonna go have dinner. And I'm gonna stink like eel. And it's not that important, but if y'all wanna see the aerator, I'll let y'all peek so y'all can see it. There you go, right there. There's the aerator right back in there. Doesn't make any noise. And that's what does it. That's what works for us, guys. I keep my eels alive. I think I had one dead one because the first day I bought them, what was it? 3 of them jumped out, but they stay alive very, very long time. Very, very long time. There's the rod right there. It's drying. It probably won't be dry enough to give it the first coat. It would be nice if I could give it the first coat of yellow. $150 people. There's no one else live. That's why I got so many people right now. But I love y'all guys. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Y'all are curious. Anyone who's curious, how I didn't show how I prep the rod. The only preparation is Windex and paper towels. Wipe the rod down just in case there's any oil from the factories. Then this is Uncle Lou rod. This one was pretty easy because it already came orange. I just had to mask off the orange. That's all I did. But I would never recommend you paint an Uncle Lou rod. I think it already comes beautiful, beautiful, beautiful for daytime, and it's ready for black lights. My hands are wet because of the eels. You got to give me 30 seconds because I got to go wash my hands. Dry them off. So one thing, guys, I'll just announce it now. I am pretty excited. I will be trying braid line. I purchased the line, the braid line that Palmetto he showed on the what did you call it? Fishing lines under black lights, and that braided 80-pound reaction tackle line that he showed off, it just lit up beautifully. My experience so far, it's more considered low vis to me. I had 2 black lights on it, and I have no idea how he made it bright, shine that bright. But we will be taking it out. We will be trying braid. As a matter of fact, when I showed you my studio wall and you saw 2 reels in the box, those already had that braided line. So I'm trying to get that braid to glow. I don't know how Palmetto did it, but yeah, that primer is not coming off very easy. Let me see. You know what, guys? I'm gonna give it 1 thin coat of yellow paint. Mr. Chad is in the house. Anyone who's interested in how I paint rods, you got to go back. It's probably too wet on the handle. Anyways, just so y'all can see yellow paint, I can fix any errors that happen to come up. I did talk about Man, that sun is really coming down right now. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. Yeah, I think I would like to see some yellow paint. I can fix whatever, anything that happens and cracks. Oh, I'm sweating here. Oh, you're calling that the chat. The chat catcher, what are y'all talking to each other? I appreciate all you who are here, guys. Once again, I wasn't reading too much chat just to kind of keep this demonstration going. I didn't show exactly how to mask it off, okay? It's just, you get delicate surface tape. That's the main thing, delicate surface. They have it in purple. Frog tape makes the yellow one, and then old-fashioned blue tape. I don't like blue tape as much. If you can get the yellow frog tape or the purple, I prefer a lot more than the blue tape. The only thing is you don't want to use is the tape, the old-fashioned painter's tape. Just the old-fashioned painter's tape. That's you're gonna get bleed through, a lot of bleed through. Boom, boom, boom. I'll take it from Louisiana, Kentucky. Yes, I hope to be down there. Hopefully when they have that the Catfish conference, right? That's where it's at, right? I'm trying to remember everything. Guys, y'all are awesome. I appreciate y'all booming it up for Chunky here, doing a little quick demonstration. So once again, I already talked about primers. One primer you do not want to use. It's called Bin. I think it's spelled B-I-N, Zinsser. Bin Zinsser, it's alcohol base. Do not use alcohol base. That primer will dry in 5 or 10 minutes. It's it's alcohol based. It dries very fast, but it has no flex to it. I did that. The biggest mistake, painting some of my sumo rods. Sorry guys, I have a tree limb right in front of my face. I'm not sure if that's any better or not. Oh boy, that blinds me. Oh boy, got the sun in my eyes. Anyways, the alcohol base, Zinsser, the Bin Zinsser, do not use. It doesn't flex. It will pop. It's so strong. It adheres so strong that it probably adheres to the clear coat and pop the clear coat off. It's very, very strong. It's very nasty. It's not made to flex. All right, time to prime, guys. I'm sorry for bouncing you around so much, but we're gonna put one thin coat of yellow. Here we go, some yellow. I think this is kind of a nasty area. Let's go see if this is any better back here in a little bit of shade. Y'all can see all my messy mess here with my ladders. Let's see, at least it's better for me. I do still have my ring light on, guys. I have my ring light. I have all my lights on. All right. And I'm trying not to touch down here because it's still tacky. Yeah. All right, we're gonna try to do this. I'm gonna push it, but I'll just put one thin coat so y'all can see some fluorescent paint. Same thing as a primer. Hit the eyes on top. Oh, look at that yellow. Wow, man, I see that. That's why I tell you this yellow is absolutely beautiful. But when you start adding too many coats, it doesn't. Okay, I got the tops of the eyes. Now I'm trying to do this for demonstration purposes. Go down. And I always have my hand close to the rod. Here, so you can get the... Oh boy, this looks absolutely gorgeous. Maybe the trick is not to put too many coats like I do. I always put tons of coats. And the more coats you put of this yellow, the worse it looks. You're gonna see how beautiful it's gonna look right now. But it doesn't stay looking like that. The more coats, the worse it looks. But of course, under black lights, I absolutely love this yellow. There's no other yellow I would pick. Man, I'm having a hard time controlling it because I don't want the bottom to touch the grass. That's what I'm having a hard time. If it was dry, I wouldn't be struggling like this. All right. Man, my hand hurts. All right, guys, I'm not sure if y'all can see this yellow, but look at the yellow. How beautiful it looks. Y'all are getting full of overspray over there. I know that, but All right, I got the hard section, guys. I wouldn't have had that much trouble if the rod was completely dry. I would have had my hands up here. I would have laid this butt in on the grass. But since it's still a little tacky from the primer, I'm just kind of doing this just to kind of show y'all the process that I do. Once again, this is an Uncle Lou rod. The orange already comes absolutely beautiful. I would never paint over the orange from Uncle Lou rods. Any other rods? Probably. Here we go. Let's continue on. And like I said, fluorescent paint is like a liquid powder. It goes everywhere. You never want to do fluorescent paints inside a garage, inside a house. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Norm from Catfish Headhunters, he learned that. He has like a little, where he used to live, he had like a little outdoor shed. And man, he had that stuff everywhere. He said that was the biggest mistake he could have done. All right, I have the eyes, top and bottom. Now I just got to go around these right here. I don't know, but in my eyes right here, oh my goodness, this thing looks absolutely beautiful. But when you start adding too many coats, it changes. But when you hit the black lights, man, it is absolutely amazing. There you go. There's the yellow. I would probably end up giving these probably 2 more coats, because you can see how I'm going back and forth, and sometimes I kind of hit them again. 138 people watching. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up for the chunky painter. All right, gonna go to the bottom now, guys. We're gonna end the stream here in about 5 minutes. I'm not sure. I think, is there a tournament going on today? Becca going. There's no exact way, guys, how to spray paint. I mean, you can just do it. You just want to kind of let go. Don't stay at one position. I mean, it's not rocket science. You can see how I kind of just quickly go, but that's just because how I grew up spraying. We always did that cut off. You always want to get all the angles. You see how this top, it has primer. You got to get that. So this yellow that I did already, it would be dry enough. But if I continue to push it, that primer, it's not dry, so we're gonna have crackage. So I'm not gonna push it. This is what the rod looks like so far. I know it's kind of hard. I know I came to a bad area, but there you go. Where you don't see paint, once again, it's been masked off. This is masked off. This is the Uncle Lou rod. Hi, Chunky. What's going on? 16, Kane, Jeff, the Hawaiian, Steve Mosley, Rich and Leo, Texas Shooter. Appreciate all you who came in, guys. It's just a quick video. I always say that I need to do a video on how to paint. Some say don't do it, Chunky. It's just secret, but nobody wants to pay me to paint their rods. So after the yellow is completely dry. Oh boy, this is going to be a tricky one. This will be a tricky one. I'm not sure if I would spray the clear coat now or take it off and spray clear coat on the whole thing over Uncle Lou's epoxy finish. I can't remember how I did the other ones. I think I did it before I took off the tape. I think I did. Hey, Chunky, help hazard. I did help a hazard earlier. That's how I ended up with this. This is how I ended up with this rod. But it's not from him. It was a 3-way gift to me. It was a Richard Montano. We're not gonna even count Haz. Haz is Richard Montano and Uncle Lou. And I'm really grateful for this one. You might say, Chuck, you have enough rods. I do, but I have Uncle Lou's medium action, which I absolutely love. I finally have a medium heavy, and it's in spinning. Oh boy, I'm excited about this. I'm very, very excited. Since I'm here, I'm just gonna spray another coat real quick here. Oh, it's going to the camera now. Now it's going straight to the camera eye. I'm gonna spray a little bit this way. Man, I'm gonna have mosquito bites all over my ugly head. You know, see that? Oh, right here. There you go. That's how you prime and you start to give fluorescent colors. I like to give mine lots of fluorescent coats. And you're gonna say, why, Chunky? Well, sometimes in my studio wall, I believe it or not, I have black lights on my rods for 2 or 3 months nonstop, day and night. Black lights were hitting them. Why? Because I like to see them like that, and two, just for trial to see how long this fluorescent color lasts without fading. Me personally, I've never had one of my rods fade. I have not. But you know, now that I spoke of that and said it, it's gonna happen now. It just, that's how it goes. It's world right. We have people all over the world. Appreciate all y'all tuning in. There you go. This is the rod right here. You will see this. Like I said, guys, this color is my favorite. If you said, Chunky, I just want to paint my rod all one color, this will be the most visible. Now, the pink is gorgeous too. They're all gorgeous. But hands down, I always do my eyes. What is going on, Justin? Thanks for coming in, buddy. Thanks for saying hello. I always like to do my eyes in the yellow just because of the takedowns. And when you're fighting a fish, you can always see up. You can always see it. I'm thinking about, where am I going to lay this on my ladder? Oh, I can lay it on the ladder. No, that's going to mess up. Yeah, because anywhere I put it, anywhere I rest it, once again, it's going to mess up the bottom, but we'll worry about that. Let's get ready to close this out. What time is it? Man, an hour? Chunky, you talk too much. Woo! All right. Thanks, guys. I didn't expect boom, boom, booms, but 26 to 97 cents. I'm going to tell my family we're going to go have dinner. That's where we're going to go have dinner right now. Woo, man. Y'all are awesome. Just got to hold it down. Do you touch up after you mount a reel? No, there's no touching up. There's absolutely no touching up. You can't. You got to mask everything off. You have to go back to a white primer. No. I have some rods that have spillover paint where I didn't mask off right. I just leave it alone. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Because it's gonna hurt to me do this, but this is where I'm gonna have the less damage on the rod. Bam. So right here is on tape. It's touching the AC. It's on tape. That's in the air. The only thing that's touching is the butt. Let me see here. I got that. Okay, appreciate that. Oh, we got a boom, boom, boom. Appreciate you, Chris CCC. Thanks, buddy, for showing us this. The secret. The secret is out. Oh, I should. Yeah, I'm gonna change the title. Chunky's secret's out. Like I said, guys. People ask me how much would I charge, and it's a lot of process. This is a very small portion. I didn't show you me masking it off. I was inside masking off the purple, which is not rocket science, but it all takes time. If you're asking, am I going to leave that bottom end all yellow? Probably not. I mean, it looks pretty damn sweet like that. Maybe I should just leave it alone. I was thinking of adding some orange, like in here. But I think this looks pretty awesome. This looks pretty awesome. Y'all are awesome. Oh man, we have $31.90. Man, that almost covers dinner. But you know what? I'm grateful for y'all guys. Y'all are amazing. Y'all love Chunky, and I love you right back. I always say that. I always close the show and I say that. That's the problem. That's one of the reasons that Chunky doesn't do videos, because man, I gotta shave every single day. I'm like, man, this will be a perfect opportunity, but you haven't jumped in the shower, you haven't shaved, and I'm like, nah, let's just skip the video. And I'm gonna say, you know what? I don't care. Y'all might, Haz is supposed to say, Chunky, are you already getting ready to lose? You're letting it grow out already. No, I'm not letting it grow out. I just don't shave every day, every 2 or 3 days. But anyways, please hit that like and subscribe. That's right, guys. Man, we got a lot of likes just for being at home painting rods. I can't do anything else, guys, until this primer dries very, very good. Maybe when we come back from dinner, it's gonna be dark time, but maybe I'll set up some lights. Anyways, we'll see who's live and how the tournament's going, whatever. I think once again, Becca's going live. I think her tournament's tonight, I believe. But some of y'all will enjoy watching this. I don't know what else to say, guys. I don't. Where's your confidence? I have plenty of confidence. I told Had, I'm going to beat him with his own rod he gave me. So-called gave me. He just had it in his truck. He just, woo, man. I never charge my friends gas money. But I told him, man, to go and help you, that's my gas money right there. Bam. No, that gift was from Uncle Lou and Richard Montano. That's not, no, there you go. The family's, they're hungry. They're hungry. Let's see what has you. Woo, man. No. I got this. I definitely got you, Has. Mike Chavez. All right, guys. Time to go eat. $36.95. All right. My wife keeps bombarding me with phone calls. Guys, we'll see. Maybe I'll go live, show you the next step. I don't know. We'll see. Love every single one of y'all. Take care until the next one. Bye-bye.